Hey guys, what is up? It is No Help and welcome back to another video today. So today we're going to be checking out the blog post Royal Titans feedback and the 12th birthday celebrations. So Royal Titans, a Titanic success. Well, looks like you can't get enough of fighting massive, furious, elemental juggernauts. Who would have thought? It's been awesome seeing players gather at the entrance, teaming up, and working out strategies before diving into battle. Newer players are getting the hang of gear switching and mechanics, while the PvM veterans are pushing the fight to its limits with optimization we didn't even expect. One of our biggest goals with this boss was to ease players into gear switching by making it a core part of the encounter. Dodging fire and ice, handling minions, and keeping up with the changing threats. From what we're seeing, mission accomplished. Yes, 100%. I think they did a very good job with this boss for teaching lower levels gear switching and different mechanics with bossing. And it's honestly been a lot of fun. I do play an Ironman, but it's one of those things where I haven't talked with people or actually done content with people on this game in such a long time, and it's just been so nice, so refreshing, and people of all levels, all account builds have been extremely nice. So the Royal Titans fill an important PvM space in the mid-game. Players usually start their PvM journey with Scurious, Barrows, and the Fire Cape attempts before moving into more complex content. The Titans sit comfortably in the progression, helping bridge the gap before stepping into fights like Zalra. Learning gear switching and movement mechanics here will set you up nicely for tougher encounters like raids. 100%, and also getting the prayer scrolls are a huge help here as well, something that I think the game has needed for a very long time. A lot of the mechanics were inspired directly by the community, including addition of the desiccated pages, which have been a big hit. You've also enjoyed the new prayer scrolls, which are particularly popular among iron players attempting the corrupted gauntlet. That makes a lot of sense actually, because you're going to be hitting a lot higher before you get something like augury or rigor. Alright, so bug fixes and improvements. So as the dust settles, we've taken the time to make some changes based on your feedback. So players can now exchange giant soul amulets with the odd old man for 30 big bones each. That is very interesting. I'm pretty sure big bones like went through the roof and they're like 1.5k each now, which is hilarious. So I guess whenever you get one of these giant soul amulets, that's going to be at least like 30, 40, 50k, which is nice. Or you could use them to charge up the amulets if you are an Iron Man. World 567 is now the suggested Royal Titans world. So the Enraged Slam animation is no longer delayed by a tick on certain occasions. Fixed a bug where the Titan's body disappeared upon death. This actually did happen to me once. I was doing a duo with a guy, and I'm not sure which one we ended up killing first, but when I went to go loot the ice guy at the end, he was gone. And I was like, okay, I guess I'm looting the fire one. Looted the fire one. I should have tried to restart the fight, but I just teleported out of there. But yeah, that did actually happen to me once. So it was a glitch actually. So it looks like they did like fix it where the bodies disappeared upon death. Its base persisted after respawning, and ice remained in the arena for the next fight. So, okay, yeah, it looks like it was happening to a bunch of people. So the prayer filter will no longer show older prayer icons after they are upgraded. That's definitely something I didn't check, but I only did get the one prayer upgrade. Teleporting out of the Royal Titans boss will now nullify any incoming damage to prevent death. Damn, wonder if a bunch of hardcores died or something like that. Tagged minion hitboxes have been scaled down and no longer take up so much space. On sacrifice, if a player doesn't receive the pet, a message will appear in the chat box to say you don't feel lucky during your sacrifice. Yeah, I never tried it, but that's interesting. Okay, so there's some more points of feedback we'd like to address. So the minion attack delay adjustments. So right now, when the minions are killed, the Titan's attack delay is reduced 1 tick per minion. If all 3 are taken out at once, the next attack will happen 3 ticks sooner. Some players have suggested removing this delay entirely, but we feel that could be a bit too strong. For now, we're happy, but we're keeping an eye on it. Interesting. So looting mechanics, soloing the fight, you'll still only get 1 set of loot. If you're taking the Titans down as a pair, your regular loot and unique chances will scale depending on your damage contribution. This boss was designed with duo play in mind, and we wanted to take a key learning from Scurious by calculating pet rolls without taking contribution into account. In short, the more Titans you take down, the better odds of getting the pet. Okay, that's actually really good to know, because somebody asked me actually yesterday if the contribution counted towards getting a pet, and I was doing it with a peer, and I did like 75% of the damage, and he got a pet, So entry restrictions. So once the Titan's HP drops below 85%, no new players can enter the fight. This prevents issues with reward distribution, protects Group Ironman prestige, and ensures future combat achievements balance. But it is something we'll continue to think about. Grouping system. So no official grouping system is planned, but we're allocating 4 Royal Titan worlds and updated the grouping clan chat world to make finding a partner easier. And if all else fails, there's always the community Discord. I was actually thinking they should do some grouping system, because sometimes you can easily go in, find a fight, but I'm like a maxed Iron Man with a bunch of good gear. I don't know how easy it is for, say, a pure or a very low level account to get a fight. Like, if you're there in full tournament of Scythe, anyone's gonna want to do it with you, but I don't know if you're, say, a lower level and want to do it, how long it actually takes. So a grouping system would be kind of cool. Maybe they could look into that, but if it's easier, then hey. So the future use for Giant Soul Amulets. Many of you asked if extra Giant Soul Amulets will have another purpose. Well, we know an NPC who knows a thing or two about bones. And the Auto Man is always interested in a good trade. So the Royal Titans have brought a fresh and engaging mid-level PvM experience to old school RuneScape, and we've loved seeing players take on the challenge. We'll continue monitoring feedback and making adjustments where needed, but for now, keep the discussions going, keep refining your strategies, and most importantly, keep taking on the Titans. So the big 1-2, a live stream, birthday bash to behold. So old school RuneScape is turning 12 this month. That is just crazy to even comprehend. I literally remember the release of this game, and I played RuneScape 2, I guess, and then eventually RuneScape 3 for years before Old School came out, and it's just crazy to think that that was 12 years ago, maybe 13, whatever years ago the Evolution of Combat came out, and then we got Old School. Man, the time flies. So while the in-game event arrives next week, that is really exciting. We're kicking off the festivities early with some chaotic, nostalgic, and maybe even cake field activities. Okay, so join us on February 20th on the Old School RuneScape Twitch channel. Interesting. So it looks like there is a JMod Castle Wars event going on. Very, very cool. And a Bake Off Gillinor edition. So got a sweet tooth and a love for all things old school RuneScape. Bake an old school RuneScape themed birthday cake for our competition and be in with a chance to win some amazing prizes. You've got until February 17th to put on your cooking gauntlets and whip up a cake worthy of the gods, or at least one that won't get binned by the Lumbridge cook. So when February 10th to February 17th. Submit your creations to the Birthday Cakes channel on the Discord or post them on Reddit. The top 3 cakes will be shown on stream, and Twitch chat will pick the ultimate winner. If I knew how to cook, I would definitely try and take part in this. I really like when they do things like this. Yeah, it's just one of those things where getting the community involved in other things, you know. So the top 3 cakes will be shown on the stream, and a grand prize for the champion baker includes a RuneScape Kingdoms, so the board game, the RuneScape cookbook. I do have this cookbook, very nice book, and a whole year of membership. So some pretty good rewards for baking a cake and taking a picture of it. Oh god, wonder if people are going to be AIing this shit. Ugh. So there's also poll 83 improvements. So players can now reset birdhouses, allowing you to dismantle an existing birdhouse and automatically build and place a new one. This only took, what, 10 years? The clockwork mechanism from the previous birdhouse is reused. Players can now build and place a birdhouse directly on an empty patch with a single click, provided they have all the necessary tools and materials. That's very nice, because this is something that a lot of players do daily. Both of the above changes will use pre-made birdhouses you carry with you before attempting to make one out of bits. Nest traps used to catch salamanders can now be reset automatically. Players can now trade in duplicate Hunter Guild uniques with Verity in exchange for a role on the Master Sack loot table. It includes uniques and the pet. And eligible items include the enhanced Quetzal whistle blueprint, the preferred Quetzal whistle blueprint, the Huntsman's kit, or any of the 4 Guild Hunter gear pieces. When using the alchemy spell on the Explorer's Ring, runes will now be used from your inventory before consuming the ring's daily charges. If no runes are available, the Explorer's Ring will automatically provide the necessary charges to cast the spell. I don't know why they made that change, but anyways. Enchant jewelry will now convert the first jewelry in the inventory rather than the specific jewelry it was cast on. Okay. So client and mobile updates. The high scores panel now remembers the previous search data set. Failed high scores searching now displays new UI and text within the search bar. Added a new toggle which allows chat filters to always show even when chat is collapsed. The high scores pop-out panel will now auto open when the player uses the in-world lookup feature. Mobile users can now hide split private chat when the chat box is closed. The Barrows interface no longer gets stuck behind the minimap interface. Adjusted the dead zones around the chat box and the left side on the mobile client. Menus now appear in front of minimap orbs, and import functions like the close button won't be blocked when they overlap. Certain hotkeys with a corresponding checkbox or toggle in the settings menu now correctly sync to the correct state. The loot tracker no longer shows incorrect numbers on the enchanted client. When using the hotkey side panel, the buff bar now dodges as it would if players used the right side stones. So other changes, so the Pendant of Eights now includes all mini menu teleport sub options. Camera shakes effect for the following events can now be toggled on or off in the settings. So all the places where the camera shakes, you can turn them off. Interesting. So note, if you turn the camera shakes off in the Monkey Madness tunnels, you will still be warned of the impending crushing doom. Okay, so it's not like you can just disable it. Yeah, it's one of those things. Okay. So reviewed and corrected recoloring across the game as a result of some NPCs and locations have reviewed slight visual adjustments. This includes a variety of items, most notably the Blessed Sickle, which is brighter than before, making it easier to distinguish from the non-blessed variant. Nice when they just change that, you know what I mean? Just doesn't take long, might as well just change it. Fixed a bug when switching out of drain or teleport from a teak portal. That's funny. Fixed a bug where Varric's set effect was ignoring damage immunity checks, such as those belonging to mages at Nex. What? No way. That's crazy that that was even happening. You can no longer accidentally get repeat Jad or Zuck tasks by canceling them through teleport. Okay. We've rewritten the text that appears in your bank's potion storage when it's empty, aiming to make it a bit clearer. The grouping interface now correctly recognizes when a player has joined the Magic Training Arena chat channel. Okay. Well, it looks like we got some nice changes. Time for me to go back to the Royal Titans, and yeah, I'm really excited for next week, the 12th birthday celebration. Let me know down in the comments below if you're going to be making a cake, or if you're excited overall for the 12th year birthday of old school RuneScape. Can you really believe it has been 12 years? Thank you guys so much for watching the video. I will catch you in the next one. See ya later.